Okay, first of all, I'm sitting in the trunk of my car right now. It's what this lovely thing behind me is. Second of all, I'm going to try to get this a little bit more out than usual. I'm actually going to try to get people to watch this. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarah. I am a rape and sexual assault survivor. They were two different instances for me. And the reason I'm making this video tonight is I've never done anything like this, so I'm a little bit nervous. I haven't really planned it, but I just came from a support group, and while I am still on that emotional, really good stronghold right now, I wanted to make this. And so the reason I'm making this is it's kind of like my letter, I guess, to other survivors, and then also in part to the support system of survivors. So first, to the survivors. You survived. I don't care how it happened. It doesn't matter if you fought and screamed back, or if you were, like, for myself, what I call my dead fish pose, where I just laid there like a dead fish because I froze completely and had an out-of-body experience. Disassociated, I think, is the word I'm supposed to use, but you survived. That is so important, and you have to remember that. And if you do a good job of remembering that, awesome. That's so awesome. That is just so important. Tonight I met somebody who it was very recent trauma for them, and it really hits you all over again, you know, no matter how much time it's been, how emotional it is at the very beginning. And so I just want people to know, remember that you survived. Whatever it took to survive, you did it. And that's, just don't forget that. That's so amazing and phenomenal. And second, I want you to realize that it's gonna be hard. It is hard, and it might get harder. And that so many people that I've seen come into that support group talk about Law and Order SVU, which is a good show, but is also a really bad show. Hello.
Waiting on those meteorites?
No, not tonight. No, I'm just making a video tonight. I'm at a school right now, the elementary school that I went to, actually, sitting in the parking lot. But the Law and Order show doesn't really portray things like it really happens in real life. It's glorified. And so that's really important to realize, that it's usually won't ever happen the way you think it will. Like for me, I had all this stuff, you know, that I thought beforehand is, yeah, I'm totally gonna fight back. And if anybody ever tries to touch me, I'm just gonna kick him in the balls and whatever. And, you know, he'll leave me alone. Obviously, in my case, not what happened. Also, in my case, the criminal process, nothing like what Law and Order leads you to believe is going to happen. In my case, it went nowhere at all. They didn't even press charges. So be prepared for that, you know, whatever your choice is. And maybe you don't want to report. That's okay too. So many people try to say that you have to report. No, you don't. You do whatever the heck is best for you. That's simple. Don't worry about anybody else. You do what's best for you. And to address another thing that came up tonight that hit me really hard as someone who didn't act the part of the stereotypical victim, that's okay too. You know, you don't have to suddenly act like your whole world has gone to hell like it has. You know, you're allowed to actually have moments where you're happy and where things are going well and you are aware of it. And so try to step out of those stereotypes. It's pretty important, and just be aware of these baby steps that you've taken, and of these giant steps too, because sometimes these baby steps, they're huge. Like, I can't even explain to you how proud I was to meet this person tonight who came so soon after the trauma happened to them. It took me 2 years. So I've met some people who it has taken them 20 years or more to say that they need help, or say that they need to talk about it, or to even admit that it happened. So whatever stage you're at, if you are able to, you know, say, hey, this happened, good for you. Like, oh my gosh, good for you. That's awesome. And just applaud yourself for these things that you do, and realize that the little things are the big things, and sometimes the big things are the little things. And kind of rambling. Like I said, I didn't really plan on doing this. This is just something that I kind of felt like needed to happen. So, and also, I think something that I want to say to the support systems, if anybody in a support system of a survivor is watching this, thank you, first of all, for being in that support system. And, you know, I'm aware that you don't always know the right thing to say, and that you sometimes are going to say the wrong thing. A lot of times you're going to say the wrong thing, actually. And it's not because you're trying to hurt us more. It's just you don't know. And even for myself, being in the support system of people, when I do know, is hard. And sometimes I still say the wrong thing. So that's okay. Just thank you for being in that support system. That's huge. And also even if you think it's their fault, don't ever allude to that, because that takes you out of the support system, even when you want so desperately to be in that support system. Or even, you know, if you think that there could have been something that they should have done differently, they already know. Trust me, that thought has gone through their mind. So try to be careful of that. And also, this is really, really important. If you can't handle what the other person went through, that's okay. That's okay. But you have to tell them that. You have to tell them, I love you, or, you know, I care about you, whatever it is, I support you, but I can't actually listen to what happened to you. I can't actually handle your emotions. I need you to find somebody else. And, you know, it is okay, because not everybody can deal with what we go through. It's just the way it is, and it's okay if you can't deal with it. Just tell us so that we can find somebody who can. Because even though it hurts when you can't deal with it, it hurts more to find out that we've told you things and that it's hurt you. At least that's what I've had happen in my case. You know, when I've had people tell me, you know, that I can tell them things, and then to turn around sometime later, it's happened to me a few times when they say, you know, I can't handle this, you're screwing me up. And that's more hurtful to me than them having originally said, find somebody else, because I can't. I want to be here for you, but the most I can do is be your friend. I can't be your listening ear. And that's okay. I swear it's okay. It's so hard to hear, but it's okay, because you are human too, and you have to take care of yourself. So I guess that's my biggest things that I wanted to say tonight, to anybody who is willing to listen. And I hope people see this, because to me it's a big deal. Sorry this is so long, but you know, life comes at you and you have to deal with it and protect yourself. So to survivors, recognize where you are, recognize these huge steps you've taken, and be proud of yourself, and ask for help if you need it. And if you want to, come talk to me. I have a Tumblr that I have, the anonymous is always turned on, and you know, if you want to come talk to me on there, come talk to me on there. It's piscesdevil.tumblr.com. Come find me. And if you want to talk more than the ask box will allow, ask me for my email. I'll give it to you. I will talk. I will listen. And I will be there. And that there are other people who will be there for you too. And if you want to ask me questions about what I went through, or that's okay too. I'm a pretty open book. So yeah, just be aware of the good progress you're making. Don't belittle it. Allow yourself to feel sad and angry and upset and happy and okay. Sometimes not okay, but not bad either. Allow yourself to feel, because you're allowed. You are allowed to be. And to the supporters, thank you. Be careful. Take care of yourself. And then take care of us, because you can't take care of us if you can't even take care of you. So, yeah, thank you. And again, Pisces Devil for Tumblr. If anybody wants to talk to me, please feel free. I want to be there for people, because I've had people there for me, and it's made such huge difference. And even though I've had crap go on in my own life, that doesn't mean that I can't listen, that I can't try to help. So I hope everyone is doing as well as they can be right now. I would want to say wonderfully, but not everyone can be wonderful all the time. Life just doesn't work that way. So be as well as you can be. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon.